wrestling fans to Behind the Curtain, and today we have Eric Ryan. Eric, you've been with AIW for quite a while now, and you are quickly becoming one of the top rising stars in all of independent wrestling. But today we want to find out kind of what makes you tick. What's under the skin of Eric Ryan? So let's start with your beginnings. Where were you formally trained to pursue your career?
At the Mega Championship Wrestling School out of Elyria, Ohio, under Chris Cole.
Now, in your training, as you began your career as a professional wrestler, was there anyone in that training class that you trained alongside that you just looked at this guy and said, man, that guy is going to make it?
It would be Christian Faith, or as people know him now, as Ricky Shane Page.
Okay. Now, when you were training alongside Ricky Shane Page under Chris Cole, did you kind of like just hang on to the coattails of Ricky Shane Page, or did you go your own way and say, okay, this guy's going to make it, but I want to be the next guy?
I learned a lot from Ricky, but I also absorbed any information I could get from anybody that walked through those doors.
Now, along those lines, besides Chris Cole, was there anyone else that really had a major impact on your training?
There was a guy that came in for a while from IWA Mid-South. Well, he wrestled there a while ago. It would be Mark Wolf. He helped me a lot in learning more of the psychology side. Okay.
Now let's fast forward a little bit. When you came into AIW, and when you started your journey in AIW, you were focused as a tag team wrestler. In fact, you won the tag team titles with TJ Dynamite as Young Studs version 1. Take us back to the formation and the primitive years of version 1 of Young Studs with TJ Dynamite.
Well, a man, Anthony Rebus, as many people know, asked me where I'd like to wrestle, where my wrestling would like to go, and he told me about AIW. And this was back when AIW was just reforming after the split. So I showed up there, had a triple threat actually my first time there. And after that, when we came back, me and TJ kind of got put together as a tag team. And I always enjoyed tag team wrestling, so I was happy at the opportunity.
Okay, you're starting as a tag team, and you say you like tag team wrestling. Was there anyone as a child or as you got into the business that you really looked up to and said, this is who I want to pattern my career after?
Bushwhackers.
Young Studs and Bushwhackers. All right, well, opposite ends of the spectrum, but it's a start. Now, you guys won the tag team titles here in AIW. Is there one match that sticks out in your mind that says this was the defining moment of the Young Studs?
Would have been the ladder match we had with Faith and Nothing.
Okay. Now, we kind of saw the dissolution of the Young Studs version 1 with TJ Dynamite, but then you quickly rebounded and formed Young Studs version 2 with Bobby Beverly. Tell us about the formation of Young Studs version 2.
Well, TJ had an unfortunate accident, had to, kind of step away from wrestling for a little bit, and Bobby was also getting out of a tag team, so we kind of talked, we, threw some words around, and then we decided to form the new Young Studs.
Okay, again, you guys captured the tag team titles. Was there a defining moment for Young Studs version 2? Is there one match that you could tell the fans to go look up, to buy the DVD and say, if you want to see the essence of the Young Studs version 2, you watch this match?
Would be the Nightmare Before Christmas at Peabody's.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about that match.
It was a street fight. It would have been the last time, I believe, we wrestled Christian Faith and Vincent Nothing. And those are two guys I also look up to as well. Vince would be another one. He was a great guy in and out of the ring. And if you ever get a chance, Vince actually had a match with Ricky recently, and it's worth the pickup of the DVD.
Check that out on Absolution. Now, let's get into your singles career. And Eric, you have really exploded all over the independent scene. Once the Young Studs version 2 broke up, tell us about how you embarked upon your singles career.
It would have been the first time in a long time, especially in AIW, I've had singles matches. So I was also excited at the opportunity for that. And the first, couple matches I had were alright. And then wrestled Bobby, and I ended up tearing my posterior cruciate ligament in my right knee.
Okay, so we have the setback there. The knee injury. Did that make you change your style any at all, or were you the same focused Eric Ryan, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm going to do in the ring?
It's changed it a little bit because I'm more cautious of what I'm doing, and I gotta take care of my knee.
Okay. Tell us about some of the doors that have been opened up for you because of your singles career here in AIW.
AIW was a big part in getting me into the Chikara Young Lions Cup. I've also done matches for Dragon Gate USA, Evolve, and I'm trying and pushing to get into Combat Zone Wrestling.
Okay. Now, as you look down the road, is there any dream opponent that you would love to face here in AIW?
Dream opponent in AIW? Would either have to be Jimmy Jacobs or Johnny Gargano.
All right. Two men we are very familiar with here in AIW. Eric Ryan, I'd like to thank you for joining us here at Behind the Curtain. Stay tuned, AIW wrestling fans, for more episodes of Behind the Curtain of your favorite AIW wrestling superstars.